Yes, indeed. The Saints are coming back. Norman Reedus and Sean Patrick Flanery to return for new Boondock Saints film. I love the Boondock Saints. One of my favorite films of all time. 2 was okay. I didn't hate it. I know a lot of people didn't like it, but obviously it didn't compare to the first movie. Lightning caught in a bottle, the charm, the dialogue, everything. That's what makes it so grand. But we're getting a new Boondock Saints film. IndieWire has an article that states a new take on the Boondock Saints is in the works, with the 1999 film's original stars Norman Reedus and Sean Patrick Flanery reprising their roles as the MacManus brothers. Deadline first reported that Thunder Road Pictures, which produces the John Wick franchise, and the upcoming Monkey Man from Dev Patel, is teaming with the rights holder Dragonfly Films to the original 1999 cult film, The Boondock Saints, to produce what's being described as a reimagining rather than a direct sequel. A little hesitant about the word reimagining, but I'm not seeing any words like made for modern audiences or anything like that. So I have some hope in this movie, and if it's made by the people who are doing the John Wick franchise, then I have some high hopes. Dragonfly Films also confirmed the news on its Instagram. Reedus and Flanery both portrayed the Irish Catholic killers rooting out Boston crime, all in the name of the Lord, in the original film, and they also returned for the 2009 follow-up film, The Boondock Saints 2 All Saints Day. However, Troy Duffy, the story's original director and writer, will not direct the new film, but produce it. He also plans to write a series of books about the Saints. I remember reading about this. I think I saw it on like the Facebook Boondock Saints fan page or something like that. There was many statements about Boondock Saints 3 being put into the works with different titles and whatnot. And then ultimately, I think I read that both Sean and Norman had to step back just because of creative differences or creative conflicts, I think is what was actually stated. Thunder Road Films' Basil Iwanek and Erica Lee, Dragonfly's Todd Myers, and Impossible Dream Entertainment's Sean Reddick and Yvette Yates, along with Duffy and Don Cormody, are the film's producers. Reedus, Flanery, Charlie Morrison, Peter D. Graves, and Joanne Colonna are all executive producers of the project. And that's kind of what gives me somewhat of a good feeling that this movie can and will do well, just because Reedus and Flanery themselves are going to be executive producers. I'm sure that they wouldn't let anything that made the Boondock Saints what it is kind of go astray, go awry, or God forbid cater to a bunch of people who hate the series or just hate late 90s, early 2000 movies. The original film was at one point considered one of the hottest scripts in Hollywood, coming from Duffy, I remember reading about this, who had never written a screenplay before and was inspired after working with his brothers at a bar in Boston. Harvey Weinstein, oh boy. Miramax Films at one point had the rights, but it never got off the ground. When it was finally produced and intended for release, it was derailed and bombed with a minimal, limited theatrical release because of fears after the Columbine school shooting that the hyperviolent film could inspire copycat killers. I really wish I could have seen that limited theatrical release. That probably would have been awesome, just to say that you got to see that movie in theaters before they re-released it back in 2006. And I think it states that later in the article here. But dude, the whole Columbine school shooting and conflating it with violent films and violent video games, that's a whole nother rabbit hole to go down, but that's a bunch of bullshit. But audience later discovered it on a home video, ultimately grossing $50 million, earning a film a re-release, in theaters in 2006. The film is hardly a critical darling, but about 1 in 5 millennial males probably had a Boondock Saints poster on their dorm room wall as a result, and I guess I'm guilty. Not in a dorm room, but I do have a poster on the wall. But, you know, I can sleep soundly at night knowing the Saints are watching over me. A third film with Duffy directing was originally planned and was shopped at the American film market several years back, but the project never advanced. And it looks like that's pretty much it for this IndieWire article. But I'm super excited. I'm hopeful that they can do justice to the Boondock Saints. I'm interested in what they're planning to do with the reimagining of it. Hopefully it's just not a retelling of the story. Part of me kind of wants to see an extension to the ending of Boondock Saints 2, because we did see William Dafoe show up again. So I would love to see Agent Paul Smecker back into the action of everything. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure to smash that subscribe button and punch that thumbs up. Turn on notifications to get notified when I go live, whether it's the Power Up podcast, a solo show, or with guests. And when I do game streaming, you can check me on Twitch and Rumble as well. We're on YouTube, Rumble, Twitch, and other social medias are listed in the description below. I appreciate you guys help boosting the algorithm. And if you want to go beyond that, maybe consider checking out the membership and subscription tiers to help the channel grow. I'm humbled and blessed either way. Super excited to see what the Boondock Saints have in store. And shepherds we shall be for thee, my Lord, for thee. God bless.